You ever hear scratching in your walls at night? You tell yourself it's rats, pipes, the house settling. That's what I told myself too, until I heard breathing. Not mine, not the house, but someone else's right behind the drywall. This isn't a ghost story, this is real. There's someone living inside my walls. It started small. I'd be drifting off, eyes heavy when I'd hear it. Tap, tap, tap. Just a light tapping behind my bed, barely noticeable. Then in the kitchen, just behind the fridge. At first I assumed mice. Old house problems, so I ignored it. But the tapping got louder, more deliberate. It started following me, first behind my bed, then the bathroom wall. I live alone, no pets, no roommates. And yet, someone or something was moving with me, inside the walls. One night I turned everything off: TV, lights, phone. I wanted to prove to myself it was nothing. Lying in complete silence, I waited. No tapping, no creaks, nothing. And then breathing. Not mine, low, ragged, close, right behind the plasterboard above my head. I held my breath. It kept going. Inhale, exhale. Right there, inches from my skull. I jumped up, heart racing, flipped the lights on. Nothing. Just my room. Just four walls. But one of them was lying to me. Over the next few days, things got worse. I'd hear footsteps inside the walls at 3 a.m. They'd stop when I moved. After 2 weeks, my walls were covered in red Sharpie, like someone listening for me. Then looked at me and said, "You need to call the police." I started marking the wall every time I heard something. Dots, circles, X's. Then came the smell. Rotten meat, mold, decay, no knob. No lock, just darkness behind it. I called pest control. They found nothing. No rodents, no droppings, no holes. But the guy, his face turned pale near my bedroom. He pressed his ear against the wall. The cops came that night. They searched the house, top to bottom. At first, nothing. But then behind a loose panel in the hallway closet, they found it. A small wooden door. It led to a narrow crawl space, a filthy tunnel between my walls, just wide enough for someone to crawl through. The stench was unbearable. Inside, they found blankets, empty food wrappers, scratched up photos of me, sleeping, showering, eating. Someone had been watching me for months. They searched the entire passageway, but whoever was in there, they were gone. Gone, but not far. That night I couldn't sleep. I locked every door, barred the crawl space, slept with a knife, but still, around 2 a.m., I heard something behind the wall. A whisper. "You shouldn't have brought them." My blood froze. I grabbed my phone, turned on the flashlight, and pointed it at the closet. The crawl space door was open, not broken, not forced, just open. Something had unlocked it from the inside. The next morning, I boarded it up. Wood, nails, screws. But the sounds kept coming. Not footsteps anymore. Scratching. Deep, frantic clawing, like someone digging to get out. I placed a baby monitor near the wall. Left it on while I worked. Around noon, it crackled to life. I'm still here. I dropped everything. Ran to the closet. The boards were intact. No prints, no trace. Just holes in the walls and claw marks. But there between the cracks, 2 eyes watching, and the words, "I watched you sleep." They blinked, then vanished. I moved out that night. Slow, deliberate. I didn't pack, didn't turn off the lights. I just left. Checked into a motel and never went back. The landlord called me a few days later. Someone broke in, he said. The walls are torn apart. There's tunnels everywhere. Police came again. Still no suspect. The last thing they found, a mattress in the attic, with my name carved into it, over and over. That was 6 months ago. I live in a different city now. New job, new apartment, concrete walls, no crawl spaces, no creaks. But last night, I heard tapping behind the bathroom mirror. I pressed my ear to the tile, and I swear I heard it, breathing. If you hear something moving inside your walls, don't assume it's nothing. Don't brush it off, because sometimes the monster isn't in your head. It's behind your drywall, like if this sent chills down your spine. Comment, I hear it too. Subscribe for more terrifying true tales before something starts watching you.